Hello and welcome to another reading with Keeper of the Moon Tarot. So this time what I'm doing is messages for those guys in separation with your twin flame. So these are like what spirit wants you to know about your connection. Again, I'm doing it in groups, like a pick a card but not like a pick a card. So basically we've got group 1, group 2, group 3. Watch the whole duration of the video because you might find that a message from group 1 and a message from group 3 resonate with your situation and it gives you an overall better message. This is the way I've been doing these videos. Obviously I enjoy it this way, I feel like it reaches more people, but if you'd prefer it in a pick a card kind of format, just let me know and I'll change things up a little bit. You know, just see what works, basically, a bit of trial and error. So anyway, the cards that I'm using today are the Reconciliation deck by Truth Intuitions. I absolutely love these cards, they are amazing. Go check them out, like they're seriously so good and I've connected so much to these cards. Anyway, jumping straight into group 1. So what does Spirit want you to know about your twin flame connection if you are in separation? So we've got separation needed first and foremost for group 1, nearby, healing in progress, secrets involved, and 1 week. So first of all, let's start with the 1 week card. I feel like with this group, you're going to see a transformation in your connection within a week or within a very short space of time, because we have got the nearby card as well. So there's going to be something transformative happen within your connection. So, you know, this could be something like communication coming out of the blue. It could be a step in the right direction. I do feel like it's positive transformation. With the secrets involved card, don't worry, don't see that and freak out. What I feel like this refers to more than anything is that you don't know the whole picture. So there might be limited contacts between you and this person. There might be things going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, and I feel like you're probably wondering a lot about what's going on. Like, is this person thinking about me? Is my twin thinking about me as much as I'm thinking about them? Like, what are they up to? What's going on? Are they making progress in any way? And Spirit does want you to know that yes, because we've got healing in progress. So, you know, there's a lot of I feel like there's been a lot of parts that you guys have had to heal. You know, within yourselves, and I do feel like as a connection as well, like there might have been when you were together, or there might have been a lot of kind of turbulence between the two of you, and I do feel like you've had a lot of healing work and growth work. But what I'm also getting with this is that you know, the healing work has been quite thorough for the both of you. So like, I feel like you both have kind of really worked hard, and that's why you will be seeing transformation, or like something that's really kind of transformative happen within your connection within the next kind of, within a short space of time, basically could be within 1 week. Do you know, like I do feel like a lot of you are going to see something shift, like really big happen. Spirit does want you to know that the separation was needed. I feel like you guys have probably had a hard time with this separation. Like you've probably felt quite, sorry, my camera's off center and it's really distracting. You've probably felt really sad about this. Like you've probably felt really I don't want to say like you've been wallowing, but it's maybe been a deep kind of sadness, like a real dark night of the soul kind of sadness, where you are kind of absolutely rock bottom. And I feel like you've kind of got to a point now where you've really you hit rock bottom, you've rose up from the ashes basically, and now your reward is kind of going to come to you. Like there's going to be some kind of reward, or something that's going to be viewed as like a reward coming in for your connection. So we'll move on to group 2 now. And I actually love that this card came out for this as well, because we've got within a month. So we're getting some time frames here, which is pretty cool. We've got within a month, karmic lessons, temporary, growth and transformation, and vibrational alignment. So again, this feels like another shift that's going to be occurring. Like we've got growth and transformation. So I do feel like, again, you guys have definitely worked really hard. You're kind of looking back at yourselves now and thinking, I am a completely different person to who I was this time last year. Like, you might not even recognise who you are as a person right now. I feel like you've undergone a lot of karmic lessons. People in this group might have had karmic partners, is the vibe I'm getting. So, you know, I feel like this could be you as well. Like, you could have a karmic partner and your twin could possibly have had a karmic partner, and I feel like that's kind of really accelerated your growth. Because remember that karmic situations and karmic partners all are happening as like a growth accelerator, and you know, like teaching you the lessons quickly. It's not like it causes pain, obviously, that's an obvious statement. However, there is benefits to it if you change your perspective, like if you change the way you view it. Your person's learning lessons, and in karmic relationships you also learn lessons as well. You're also being told by spirit that this is temporary, like you know, if you are still in a karmic partnership, or if your twin is still in a karmic partnership, this situation is temporary, whereas your situation is permanent, because you are the perfect vibrational match. I feel like these guys who are watching this, who are like resonating with group 2, you guys are probably very high vibrational people. I feel like you probably overcome any karmic lessons as well that you come across really quickly. So you know, when you're purging or when you're releasing, like you might feel like it kind of doesn't last very long, like it doesn't last very long, and then you overcome it and you're back to being high vibe again, like you're back to kind of being really positive. I do feel like you are in alignment with what you should be doing right now in your life. So possibly, you know, you could be living your purpose at the moment. You could be living your purpose and feeling really good about yourself. Within 1 month, that's telling me definitely there's going to be another shift for you guys within your connection within the month. But for these guys, like, I honestly don't feel like you care that much. Like, I feel like you probably obviously do care, but at the same time, like, these guys in this group are very patient. Like, you are feeling very, very patient. You're kind of in your knowing. You know that union's coming. Excuse me, my voice is breaking. You know that union's coming. You know that it's there for you to take, basically, when you both are ready. And I feel like you have a lot of deep appreciation for your twin, as do they with you as well. Like, this is a very high vibe group, so I feel like you guys are in a really good place for a shift to occur, because you kind of like, I hate saying the word don't care, but like, it's like you're just like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, it's so blasé. I feel like there's such a blasé energy with this group. Like, it's just like, well, I'm doing my thing anyway, so that's fine, like, kind of thing. I do feel like you definitely want it, but you just realise you've learnt a lot of lessons, and you just realise that if it's the right time for it to happen, it's the right time for it to happen. And I think that if you got told it wasn't the right time for it to happen, it wouldn't send you into a spiral. You'd kind of just deal with it and carry on. Like, I feel like that's the attitude that I mainly get with group 2. So let's move on to the final group, which is group 3. So we've got "Will be texting you", "Just for you", "Practice self-love", "Money matters", and "Yes". So I like this card as well, because this feels like it ties in with the cards we were getting with the other groups. So the one within 1 month and the 1 week card, because it's almost like it's like with each group there's been like a bit of a like a tick, like a confirmation or a time scale. And I feel like this "Yes" card is definitely a confirmation that there is something coming for you, and it's going to be a message, because we've got "Will be texting you" and "Just for you" with a little picture of an envelope. So you're definitely going to get a message from this person. I feel like that's going to be the transformative kind of thing that goes on within your connection. What's coming in for your connection is you're going to have sort of more frequent communication between each other. No real time frame, other than like we've got like a nice little confirmation, but no real time frame. However, the "Practice self-love" card is telling me that first is other things you need to focus on. So, you know, depending on how much work you put into what you're doing and your kind of own growth process and your own journey, very much depends on when this message is going to come through for you. Like, I feel when this communication, should I say, is going to kind of stabilise between the two of you, because that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, I feel like communication with this group's very up and down, very in and out, kind of not really very reliable, maybe leaves you a little bit, in fact that's probably why this is coming up. I feel like the messages leave you feeling a little bit like you're not good enough. So you might kind of feel like you're second best to this person, or you might feel like you're not a priority, or you know, those kind of things. Like, I do feel like there's a lot of work around self-love and kind of your own self-worth and just valuing you for who you are. So that's your lesson that you need to be learning, basically, and that you need to be kind of realising that regardless, like, these messages do not, this sort of in and out messaging does not it doesn't make you who you are. It doesn't make you any less valuable, basically, and that's your lesson that you need to learn. So your counterpart might be quite money orientated. You know, money matters, so that could be a contributing factor as to why they are in and out all the time and why they've not kind of kept consistent communication. It could be to do with work, it could be to do with being in a karmic relationship and, you know, they've got financial ties, but there's something surrounding money here that's, you know, possibly a contributing factor in, you know, why they're not so frequently messaging you and communicating with you. So bear that in mind, because this is a twin flame reading, so you and your twin flame mirror each other. So where are you putting too much focus? Like if your counterpart's putting too much focus on money and the physical and material things, you need to sit and think with yourself, where are you putting too much focus, which is of a similar nature. So this is 3D kind of stuff, you know, like finances, jobs. There's something where you're not, it's not balancing out, basically, like there's too much focus on it. It doesn't mean to say that you need to stop focusing on it. However, it does mean to say that you need to draw your energy back a little bit and put it somewhere else, possibly with regards to self-love, something a little bit more spiritual. So, you know, maybe practicing kind of meditation or just grounding yourself, that kind of thing. Like there definitely needs to be a bit more 3D, 5D balance. There definitely needs to be a bit more material kind of mind, body, soul balance. So bear that in mind, because that's coming up for something that your twin is kind of putting too much emphasis on. So therefore you will be in some respect, obviously maybe not the same way, just have a little think about it. It differs for everyone. So that's all I've got for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye.